Somebody will break a 2-game losing streak tonight. The Peterborough Timbermen opened the season with 4 straight wins, but have lost their last 2. Whitby lost 2, then they won a couple. They have also lost 2 in a row. Somebody will come out of here ahead tonight in Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. All right, lacrosse friends, we are ready to roll. It is the home Peterborough Timbermen wearing their red with the blue shoulder caps and blue numbers, going left to right on your screen, and right now going right to left after getting the ball off a possession violation on the faceoff are the Whitby Steelhawks in their gray with some kind of green numbers. There's a hard rip from the outside or an overhead shot from Dan Mickle, who's the leading goal scorer for Whitby with 14 goals. Nobody else has as many as 10, so he is the sniper for that club. Here's Fred Hartley handing it off to Skylar Thomas. Aaron Woods gets it over to Connor Sunday. Penalty coming in the middle. Hartley, they've got 7 to shoot. He gets one off. Peterborough can get a fresh 30. They do. And now they'll get the extra attacker out. It's Brian Rice, their leading scorer, coming on the floor. He has 14 goals and 21 assists for 35 points in the Timbermen's 6 games. Hard underhand shot by Aaron Woods. It's turned aside by Lucas Coote, the starting goaltender for Whitby. They go down low. Simpson comes out from behind. Stopped by Coote. It's grabbed there. It's picked up by Zach Ursu. And we're going to get a holding call. First penalty of the game coming officially a minute 4 in. So that'll be Scott Edwards going to the box. Simpson Woods will stay out there as the righties on the power play. Brian Rice, who plays mostly a D-transition role, does stay and play at the top of the power play as he is used to doing. Skylar Thomas and Fred Hartley, the lefties. Got Mark Farthing and Adam Peroni up top on the penalty kill. There's a shot. Did it get through? It did not. It was blocked by a defender. So the shot clock keeps ticking. Thomas is going to rip one. Oh, and he finds a little spot beside Coote. Just snuck it inside the post to make it 1-0. Just 19 seconds into that man advantage. Taking the faceoffs tonight, Mikhail Chullin for Peterborough has done a lot of faceoff duty. And opposing him, you might recognize the Seals helmet and gloves of Matthew Boissonneau. Matt Boissonneau, solid defender, who has been up and down with the San Diego Seals. Spinning from trouble there is Owen Boyle. Boyle gets into it with Caleb Bingley along the boards. They're still having words, and they're going to go. We're going to have a fight just minutes in. A minute 45 into this game. Bingley and Boyle get rid of the elbow pads, and they're going to fling them. Big swing by Boyle, but he missed another one by Bingley. That one may land. Now Bingley lands. Oh, that's it. Bingley lands one hard. Boyle goes down. And Caleb Bingley is fired up. It looked like that all got rolling because Bingley did something that Boyle did not like. And Boyle actually went after him, went back, and they had quite a conversation before they decided to drop him. Coaching staff tonight, Joe Sullivan, the head coach for the Timbermen, assisted by Derek Croak and Ray Dance. At the other side, you've got Gavin Prout and Brad Reed. So no effect on the manpower situation. We'll stay 5-on-5, and Tristan Hanna will start with the ball at the top. For Whitby, he's really been coming on, playing some solid lacrosse. Watch Hanna for the full floor game that he plays.
Whitby, number 27, 5 minutes each for fighting. That's number 27, Owen Boyle.
Here's a shot on the run. That one's turned aside off the stick of Tyler Goodchild. Here comes Jordan Hendricks taking the outlet pass. Whitby doing a pretty nice job getting back in transition defense. And then Riley Martinell way up high on Jeff Roy. Kind of gets trapped up there, but he'll go pick somebody else up. Connor Lyons. Right down the middle. Oh, and the tuck back shot, Aaron Woods. Great finish, and he went exactly where he's been practicing in the late in the pregame warm-up. As Woods stayed out, his last player out, just pinging balls in, trying to get him in just off that far post. He picked that one up from pretty much the spot he was practicing at the end of warm-up and put it home past Lucas Coote to make it 2-0. Steelhawks come into the game at 2-4. The Timbermen at 4-2. Their goals against are actually very similar. Whitby's given up 13.7 per game, while Peterborough has given up 14.0. It's just a third of a goal. The difference is in goals for, with Whitby scoring just 11.7 goals a game and Peterborough 15.2. That 3.5 goal difference explains the 4-2 record versus 2-4. That rip stopped by Will Johnson. Whitby gets it back, behind the back pass off the boards, does eventually get there. And Trent Boyd, takes that shot. Boyd, the leading scorer for this Steelhawks team with 8 goals, 16 assists. Give him 24 points. Here's Connor Sunday. Leaves it nicely for Hartley, who just flips by his man, but was stopped there by Coote. Scott Edwards tried to do it himself. Probably should have found the outlet as he was running into a lot of red and blue traffic. And Peterborough's got the ball back. Woods tries to duck underneath. Good two-man defense there. Big pick from Lyons. He's going to come this way to Thomas. Edwards all over him. Jeffroy misses the pass. They've got 8 left on the shot clock. He stays onside. Mark Farthing all over him. Farthing is not likely to let him get that one. It's down to 2 seconds. They get a shot, but it's wide, and it'll be Whitby possession. Timbermen up 2-0. It's interesting. You look at Whitby's offense as they go now to the offensive zone. They scored 13.5 goals per game their first 2 when they had Cam Milligan, 14 and 13 in the 2 games. Since then, they've been averaging 10.75 per game and only 9 per game in their last 3 games. That's after Cam Milligan was signed by the Panther City Lacrosse Club, went up to the NLL and had quite a debut with 5 points in his first game. Mikhail Chulin staying up for an offensive set. Leaves it for Simpson and goes to set to pick. Sets another pick. He's going to come and set another one. Hartley tried to get underneath. Boissonneau, great angle to take that away. So they'll go back up top. We'll push pass to Thomas. Hartley picked up. Boy, some good two-man defense. But the Timbermen still got the shot off. Backdoor. Oh, off the post. Connor Lyons got Coote to bite. Had a lane over top of him and banged it off the far post. Brian Rice pushes Ethan Schott over the line. Scott Edwards. Oh, it was Ethan Schott, 44. Okay. That's going to result in a turnover in Peterborough now. Trying to take advantage is Brian Rice up for an offensive shift. Running across the top. Wide open lane for Chulin, but he missed. That one hit the ceiling. It'll be Whitby ball. And yeah, you heard me right. Brian Rice is playing mostly D-transition, and he's leading the Timbermen in scoring with 35 points, 5.8 per game. Nice strip there by Rice. That tells you part of why they wanted him in the back end. Here's Jeffroy ripping it, save Coote. Goes after the rebound, but it's snagged nicely. Dachenko tries to make the pass out. He does. And the sprint over center by Boyd. Still pressure. No quiet settle low for Whitby here as Timbermen coming out after them. Oh, Bragg may have overrun that one, but nice cover by John Croak. Sorry, that was Zach Thompson. Ball's loose in the corner, and it will be grabbed there by Lyman Beatty. He make the quick pass to Connor Sunday. Oh, who runs himself into some trouble, but runs himself out of it. Drops the ball, though. Boy, there's a lot of pressure on you as a defender when you run up and get across center into the double team. Sunday was able to get through it, but as we saw, just coughed it up. Mickle at the top, trying to find someone to pass to. He's got it to Boyd. Sorry, that's Tristan Hanna. Here's Matt Boissonneau up on O. Oh, nice pass to the far side on the back door. They're going to call an illegal pick on Whitby after Peterborough picked up the ball. All the battling in the scrum for the ball is fine. Then once the ball's picked up, you suddenly have to stop, and I don't think the Whitby player even knew Peterborough had possession. Still the right call. Oh, what a rip. Cameron Simpson, absolute laser from the top, just inside the restraining line, just underneath the crossbar. Timbermen go up 3-0 with 8:26 to go here in the first quarter. It's goal number 10 on the season for Cam Simpson, making him the 4th Peterborough player in double figures. There's a shot right off the face-off by hand, and it's wide. Hendricks ripping up the floor. He pulls up, hands it off. And Chullen, oh, his pass gets tipped. It was grabbed by Connor Lyons. He's going to try and fight through traffic. He got there. The ball didn't come with him. Now Chullen goes down. Whitby trying to pry it free, but it goes out to Woods. His shot is blocked. Peterborough gets it back. They've got 4 to shoot. Thomas spins, 2 to shoot. He's just going to drop it in the corner. Smart play with no lane. And we continue with Matt Boissonneau handing it off to Boyd. Boyd gets a little love tap on the head from Lyman Beatty. Ball is loose by Johnson. He'll rip a sidearm over to Brian Rice, who trots into the offensive zone. Picked up immediately there by Nick Dachenko. This is Hartley running around the top of the Dachenko all over him. To Thomas, to Rice, but it doesn't quite connect. And it'll be grabbed by Edwards. Looked at Peroni, decides to go the longer pass instead. And hits, is that really Joe Wasson? Well, there you go. Joe Wasson was traded to Whitby by the Timbermen earlier in the season. Not sure if he's had a chance to play for them yet, but good to see Joe back on the floor. Oh, that one's blocked. And actually, the sound is probably a good thing because it was a pad. If it hits you just in the flesh, then it's kind of a dull thud sound. Dachenko's shot is wide with 2 seconds to go on the shot clock, and that will result in a fresh possession for Peterborough and the officials' timeout with 6:37 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Timbermen.
Alternative Savings and the Arena Lacrosse League are excited to promote the 2nd annual National Lacrosse League Alterna Cup competition this season. Canadian teams are competing in head-to-head.
Alternative Savings and the ALL are excited to promote the 2nd annual National Lacrosse League Alterna Cup competition this season. Canadian teams are competing in head-to-head matchups to capture the cup and be crowned the top Canadian team in the NLL. Check out NLL.com and alterna.ca for up-to-date standings and schedule.
You can purchase a Froster at your nearest Circle K store. Thank you, Froster Active Kids.
It's a bold move going with both sponsor reads at once. Yeah, I did the Alterna one. I'm not going to do the other one, though. I'll do that in the other break. Timberman with that 3-0 lead and possession. Started out with Woods. 17 goals now for Woods. Here's Skylar Thomas. Still has it. Gets the pass across to Lyons. His underhand goes wide. And Boissonneau grabs it. Gets popped loose by Hartley. Ball's still a battle. And there is Boissonneau with it. He's trapped. Gets a bit of a pick. Wow, Boissonneau comes away with it. What an effort by the young defender. Penalty coming now. And it's a goal. Skylar Thomas was getting the penalty, I think, and then he gets another check as the shot is taken. But that actually kind of changed the trajectory a bit. I believe it was Cole Hanrahan getting that, but we'll see. Boissonneau pops it out. And it'll be Tristan Hanna swooping in and grabbing that ball. I told you he's all over the floor. Adam Peroni passes it to him, stays for an offensive shift.
Unassisted. Penalty on the play to Peterborough, number 16, Casey Saul.
Oh my, Whitby back to back. Just 16 seconds apart. They've taken it from 3-0 down to 3-2. So Owen Boyle was announced as scoring the first Whitby goal, which was not the case. It was a lefty. But we'll see. Oh, he is a lefty. Oh, my goodness. Never mind. It was Owen Boyle. We'll see who got the second one once the official announcement is made. Sorry, there's a lot going on. Here we go. Was Tristan Hanna. Here's Zach Thompson. 10 on the shot clock for Peterborough. Simpson kind of shoveled the ball across as he was getting double teamed. 2 seconds to shoot, so Thompson just flicks it down the corner. And Boissonneau will hand it off. Trent Boyd heading over to his far side under heavy pressure from Rice. Knocked the ball loose, couldn't quite grab it. But Hendricks will get it. Rice is up there. Probably not a lane to get it to him. So smart decision by Hendricks, who will stay for the offensive shift. He's wide open on the crease, although Farthing may have been baiting him. You can hear Farthing, the captain of the Steelhawks, calling out the defensive plays. Rice tried to feed one through to Hartley. Didn't quite connect, and it'll be Steelhawks ball. Cody Hamley, a little trouble with collecting that one. Here's Hanna. Lane opens up, shoots, it's blocked. Bingley couldn't pick it up, but it does roll to Will Johnson. His outlet to Connor Sunday. Got it down to Connor Lyons, but Lyons stepped in the crease, missed the net anyway. All kinds of pressure on Owen Boyle. He will get into the offensive zone, hand it off to Peroni, and then head to the far side. Now he's cutting, looking for a pass as the ball is behind the net. Hanna takes the shot, stopped by Johnson. Almost gets out far enough for Whitby to pick it up. Now the ball is loose. Carter Medora couldn't quite grab it, but does manage to collect it and will slow things down a little. Has a look around, see who's there. Smart, simple pass to Skylar Thomas, and the Timbermen are on 0. Oh, right out in front. Fred Hartley stopped by Coot. Then Coot's going to reach out and grab that ball, bring it back to himself. Mikhail Chulling going after it. Flirting with checking the crease penalty. Little sidearm shot there by Duchenko. Stopped by Johnson. Pressure from Steph Duchenko, the other brother, on the rebound, but couldn't get it. Woods takes that pass right down by his hip and pulls himself past Ursu by grabbing the stick and dragging in. Gets away with it, but the ball's turned over anyway. Outlet pass. Big collision behind the play is going to cost Connor Lyons 2 minutes or less. And having pulled within 3-2, the Steelhawks will go to the power play with 2:47 to play in the first quarter. Of a very quick first quarter. It's going well, good flow. It's an illegal body check is the call. Hanna's going to start at the top as the Steelhawks go strong right. It's Cole Hanrahan. There's Trent Boyd. There's a chance for Hanna. Good job by Bragg to turn him. Now a penalty being called. Another one. We're going to have a holding call, I believe. Yep. That's Justin Bragg going to the box. So a 5-on-3 for up to a minute 39. And there's 2:26 left in the quarter. So great chance for Whitby. Oh, backdoor pass. Nice save, Johnson. Mickle goes in, though, and gets a fresh 30. Brad Lyons is at the top for Peterborough on the penalty kill. There's a diving chance and a goal. That's Cole Hanrahan. Crease dive, gets horizontal and tucks it past the far leg of Will Johnson to tie it up on the 5-on-3. And because they scored just 10 seconds into that, Whitby will still have 1:50 to go on the regular 5-on-4. And you see Mark Farthing heading up into the offensive zone. Heads up play by the veteran and the captain. You saw there was no Peterborough player in the Whitby defensive end. He didn't need to be back there. A little factor in them getting possession here. Hannah, as Whitby goes back to the power play. We're strong right again with Boyd and Hanrahan. And again, Mickle and Boyle on the far side. Hannah steps back. Hard rip by Boyle. It's going to come straight back to him off the boards. He feeds it through a nice angle, but Boyd's shot didn't get there. It's grabbed by Beattie and the outlet pass to Zach Thompson. Minute 7 left on the penalty, so Peterborough into full kill mode. Hartley will hand it to Thomas. I think Peterborough wants a call on that slash because it seemed pretty similar to some of the calls we've seen. I think it was just plastic on plastic being loud, but I can see why they'd ask for it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Simpson fighting his way through traffic. Gives it up, takes a couple of slashes in the leg. That one should have been called. That's a pretty nasty little whack right to the knee area. But Whitby retains a power play. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Still 3-3. Whitby still on the man advantage. Boyd goes deep to Hanrahan. To Hannah and the cutter. Mickle can't handle the pass. Timbermen going the other way. 45 in the period. Brad Lyons throws on the brakes. Spins away from trouble. Nice pass over to Hendricks. They're going to stay out and kill this. Lyons has it. Watch out for him. He's got some pretty slick hands, too. If he gets an opening, he can be dangerous. They're going to kill the penalty. It ends. They've got 8 on the shot clock. Now Lyons goes to the bench. Bragg comes ripping in from the box. That shot by Woods was on target. So they've got a fresh 30. There's only 18 on the period. Johnson is staying in the net. They're not going with the extra attacker. Looked like the shot was going to be a pass. Woods has it. 2 seconds left. And the quarter will come to an end with a little confusion for Peterborough and maybe a delay of game penalty as Woods shot after the play. We'll see. Either way, it is 3-3 through an exciting 15 minutes of action. This is the Arena Lacrosse League on JVI Sports Network. Justin Bragg comes out to take the opening faceoff of the second quarter for Peterborough, but Matt Boissonneau, another win, gets to the bench, gets his playing stick, and he's ready to roll when the Steelhawks defense.
Number 5, Cole Hanrahan. So the goal will read Hanrahan from Boyle and Mickle.
Oh, behind the back, Cole Hanrahan. Here's the goal being announced and says, that sounded like fun, let's do it again. And puts them up 4-3 with a power play marker behind the back beauty just inside the post. Chullen back to center to face Boissonneau. And that was a power play goal because, as we suspected, it was a minor penalty to Woods for the shot after the buzzer. They called it unsportsmanlike. I guess you can't delay the game when it's the quarter break, so you get the unsportsmanlike instead. Ethan Schott gives it back here to Owen Boyle.
Number 3, Johnny Ray assists on the play to number 18, Tyler Goodchild. That's Ray from Goodchild.
Peterborough still running through their offense here. 15 to go to shoot. Thomas looked like he was singing behind the back. He's just going to let it rip, though. Saved by Coote. And he is up and ready to throw. One of the best passers among goalies in lacrosse at this or any level. Boy, Coot can rip it. Although, with the lower ceiling, it's a little tricky. He still makes the good sidearm passes. Here's Mickle. Looks to the far side to Hannah. Beatty on him. Goodchild's pass doesn't quite connect. Eventually, Hannah comes up with it. They've got 5 seconds to get a shot off. The stop by Johnson and kind of got away from him and just rolled wide of the net. Turned out to be kind of dangerous, but nice job by Hendricks and Croak to safely navigate up over center. Matt Boissonneau screaming in off the bench, almost in a position to make a turnover, cause a turnover, but Peterborough protected it well. Thomas kind of forced one through. Chullen couldn't catch it. Woods, though, comes up with it. Sidearm shot by Jeffroy, almost snuck through. Hand save, though, by Coot. Whitby possession. Lob outlet pass, nicely timed to get it ahead to Hamley. Cody Hamley hits the cutter from the bench behind the back. Dachenko scores! Tic-tac-toe, what a play. It was Hamley to hand to Dachenko. Boy, we've seen a lot of runs in Timbermen games this year, and here's another example. So they go up 3-0. Now Whitby with 5 in a row. Peterborough gets the ball off the face-off. Carter Bedore will hand it off. Thomas just taking his time. Peterborough still getting their forwards out. They're just getting their 5th guy out. Aaron Woods never even got into the play as the ball pops loose, and Whitby won't get it. Simpson goes in and grabs it. A lot of confusion or uncertainty on the Peterborough bench. Now they're coming in and out of both ends, but they get a shot on net, get a fresh 30, and now they can get the offense out and try and get something rolling here. Simpson, hard rip, scores! That's the other corner. He has painted both top corners. Cam Simpson with his 2nd of the night, both beauties. With 12:05 to go here in the half, the score 5-4 in favor of Whitby. That was Peroni taking that draw for Whitby, but the Timbermen will come away with it. Come up top to Woods. There's Brian Rice on the far side. Pops out of his stick. He realizes it goes after, but Whitby player already there. Rice is digging. The shot clock's going to expire anyway. The 30 expires. Here comes Zach Ursu. Picked up high by Beatty, trying to get by him. Ursu will hand it off to Dachenko, who comes up to Goodchild. Tyler Goodchild to the near boards. Dan Mickle on the run. Quick cross across to Steph Dachenko. 12 to shoot. Oh, and the C's parting for a chance to the net for Owen Boyle, but he is stoned by Will Johnson. John Croak. I threw that one a little behind Simpson. Nice catch, though, crossing the face to grab that ball. Hartley over to Thomas. Tries to go for the feed back. Good job picking him up defensively there by Whitby. I think it was Joe. Yeah, it was Joe Wasson. Sorry if I'm a little slow on a couple of them, folks. Those green numbers, very difficult to read. You can see Whitby's gone to the black now that most of the players have. But there's Steph Dachenko in what I swear is number 20, but you'd never know it. Tristan Hanna, hard fake shoots. That one's a little wide. It's going to be grabbed by Goodchild. Goes back to Dachenko. Zach Thompson, a chance to break in. Boissonneau on him. There's a stop, and Boissonneau with the D and then the scoop. Runs it up over center, keeps his eyes peeled, and makes a little pass over to Ethan Schott. Wow. I was about to say, why are you taking that shot early in the shot clock with nobody around for a rebound, none of your teammates out, but boy, that almost went through. Justin Bragg fights his way past Ursu, shovels it over to Hartley. Rice has the lane open up, Oh, ducks through. Nice shot, but Coot, little shrug save. This is Woods. Farthing on him. Pass off. That pass doesn't connect with Hartley. I don't think. Oh! And Fred Hartley just turns away from the ball, leaving it wide open breakaway. And it's going to be a penalty for Lyman Beatty, a check from behind. And Whitby wants a penalty shot, and it is. As he. So Cole Hanrahan with 2 goals already in this game is looking to get 3 on the penalty shot. Goes wide. Johnson steps back into his net. Hanrahan, oh, nice shot, but Johnson just stays with him and makes the stop. And now we'll have a draw at center. Boissonneau and Chullen back to the center area. It's not a dot, and it's not an X. It's really just a spot on the floor between the 2 horizontal stripes where you have to put your sticks. Boissonneau stumbles momentarily, recovers, runs out of trouble, and gets it to Boyle. Dachenko hands it off. And a hard sidearm rip off the post. Boyle zipped in to try and get it, but couldn't. Bingley can't pick up the ball, and he is flattened. And now Mickle's going to go for delay of game, and he's claiming he just rolled the ball into them, but you can't roll the ball. Obviously nothing egregious. He was actually just rolling the ball to the Peterborough goalie, but you just can't do it. So that will be a Peterborough power play, and they are within 1 at 5-4, 9:09 to go here in the half. Brian Rice as Peterborough goes strong left. That's Thomas, and down low will be Fred Hartley. They've got Woods and Simpson on the right side. Hard rip. It's a little wide, stays in though, and Woods uses the body to protect it. Farthing and Peroni up high in the PK. Trying to catch who the low guys are. Oh, hard rip by Woods, just a little bit high and wide. It's tracked down. Rice with 3 seconds to shoot. That one's blocked by Farthing, who basically curled up in the fetal position to protect as much as he could and absorbed that shot. What a play by the captain. Ethan shot through 3 Timbermen, which means somebody's open. It's Goodchild who gets the pass, but Bragg catching up to him. Hannah. Boyd hits Dachenko. Tries to get back to the cutting Boyd. Just got away from him. And here's Brian Rice, who does it all for the Timbermen. He'll play an offensive shift on the power play, then go back and play D and get the ball and come back up. Taking their time. And now they attack. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Rice down low to Hartley. Skip pass to Woods up top and gets away from Rice. This will be a wide open break for Peroni. The play was never blown in. And Whitby's upset because they wanted the play to be blown in because they thought Peroni had picked it up far enough away. But you can't pick it up right in front of the goalie and go in. That's the rule clearly says you have to go into the corner. If he'd been able to get it about probably 10 feet this way, it would have been okay. But 15 left on the penalty for Whitby. Hannah. That shot will get a fresh 30. The diving dunk and a goal. Tristan Hannah. We're going to have to clip that one and send it off to Sports Center. That is a top 10 highlight of the night from Tristan Hannah. Getting the shot off the foot of Johnson, grabbing it himself and diving with the one-hand tuck around the far corner just inside the net, inside the post. 6-4 after the shorthanded marker from the Steelhawks. Timbermen really having trouble giving up shorthanded goals. A couple weeks ago, they gave up 7 of them, and one more that was virtually a shorthanded goal. The player just stepped out of the penalty box, but hadn't gotten back into the play. So really been a problem for them. And the power play is over, so we're back to even strength. Rice to Thomas along the far boards. Bragg saying one pick and another. Chullin tries to pull it in. He's stripped by Boissonneau, who's 1-on-3. Now he's got the man coming off the bench, but not much there, so he's just going to protect the ball. Oh, what a pass to Goodchild, who may have been a little surprised that could even get through. Now Mickle with a hard shot off the post and up out of play. Fresh 30 for Whitby. And we will take the immediate time, or the ref's time out with 6:32 to go. And a pretty exciting first half of action here at the Millbrook Arena. Froster Active Kids and Circle K are proud sponsors of the Arena Lacrosse League and its Junior All program. You can purchase a Froster at your nearest Circle K store. Thank you, Froster Active Kids. So once again, 6-4 Whitby, 6:32 to play, and we're underway here in second quarter action in Millbrook. On the run, the shot from Boyd. Hendricks trying to pick it up. Boyd fighting for it. Fresh 30, and it's going to be the captain, Stephen Borden. Can't quite get it. Pushing the back, and that will give possession to Peterborough as Steph Duchenko knocked Brian Rice over. Not sure why he's arguing because the push was right in the numbers. Actually, may have even been up on the nameplate. Timbermen take possession in the offensive zone. Hartley hands it off to Thomas. Hits the cutter. Woods in the middle. That's dangerous. But Coote makes himself big, and Woods misses. Edwards gets it down low. Cutter coming from the bench. Was Hanrahan just changing direction. Underneath is Boyle, saved by Johnson. He doesn't know where, oh, he's hurt. Johnson is looking shaken up. Oh. He's back up, he gets a tap from his teammates. Looks like he might be okay to stay in. We'll see. Marco Selick is over on the bench, ready to come if needed. But it looks like Johnson's going to stay in. So Hendricks will start with possession for Peterborough in the defensive zone. He's going to give it off to Fred Hartley, and then he'll head to the bench as Mitchell Jeffroy is ready to come on. No, he's going to throw it down in the corner, and then Mitchell Jeffroy will come on. That's Thomas with the ball. Simpson back to Thomas. Hartley trying to get underneath Peroni. Big pick on the back. And yeah, that's an obvious one too. Very similar to one at the other end as Jeffroy just doubled over his man. Oh, Hanrahan, or no, Duchenko. Just saw a pale green number. But Dachenko just missing on that break. He's been back and forth. Thomas to Jeffroy. Rice slips in, sets a little pick, tries to duck down the middle. They get it to him. He goes behind the back. Almost. He had a spot. Oh, and Woods just slaps that one in. Ball bounces out to him off the boards from the behind the back shot by Brian Rice. And Woods in position to just swat it home. In case you are wondering, that's perfectly legal. You can just swat the ball like that. You just can't do it if the ball is in the crease. So as long as the ball is still out of the crease, he's okay. If it's in the crease, you have to possess it in the mesh and then put it home. Chullen and Boissonneau once again. Boissonneau pops it out, goes after it, but Peroni gets there first, runs into the double team. Boissonneau trying to be there for him. A little bit of a freehand war, and then he makes the passes. Boissonneau's heading to the bench. Now Hannah's trapped. Oh, nice pass again by Hannah to Goodchild. Boy, Tristan Hannah's having a great lacrosse game. Through the crease is the call, as Boyd had cut through and then was the first man to take a pass.
Assist on the play to number 24, Brian Rice. That's Woods from Rice.
Collisions everywhere, but Hartley gets around them. Coot, great job going side to side, and there's some banging and crashing in the crease. I think Fred Hartley just shoving Riley Martinell out of the way after Martinell had cross-checked him in the neck while he was trying to get up after that drive to the crease. What a catch by Tristan Hannah on the floor-length pass from Lucas Coot. Made it look easy. I guarantee you it was not. Nice pass to Mickle. The save, though. Johnson just got a little piece of it, but there's Tristan Hannah getting the rebound. Fresh 30, and here's Steph Dachenko. Stephen Borden just bulls his way through to try and blow that up, and then the pickoff by Justin Bragg. He's sprinting in the offensive zone, smartly on the far side, far boards, away from the benches. Bounces it to Woods, immediately checked up on by Goodchild, who's gone back for a defensive shift in transition. Drive to the net by Rice, who has been snake bit tonight. There's a sidearm rip. What a pass to Goodchild. He's checked by Hendricks. Now that's a good check. And it will result in a crease violation and Timberman possession. Hendricks flying up the floor. Hits Rice, who was still down there. The trailer Sunday couldn't accept the pass, so he'll hand it off. 4 lefties out there for Peterborough. They need to switch somebody out. Wait, I'm sorry. 5 lefties out there for Peterborough. I'm not sure I've ever seen that above the tyke level. They got a moving pick. Oh, Caleb Bingley, not very happy after taking a stick to the face, kind of covered it up. And he's not the kind to really just kind of let that go. But breaking to the net wide open was Owen Boyle. Some defensive breakdowns, but Johnson is bailing him out. And there's Bingley having a word with one of the Whitby players behind the play. Connor Lyons handed it off. A cutter, Brian Rice. Oh, what a save. Lucas Coot. And Rice knows he can't pick it up because he went through the crease. So Whitby will take it. Scott Edwards rumbles into the offensive zone and hands it off to Tristan Hannah. It's a pretty darn good idea tonight, the way he's playing. His pass gets through to Boyd, but he just drops it under the double team pressure. A little check on Bragg, knocks it loose, but Bragg gets it again. He is sprinting up. He's got Badura with him, and Hartley waiting to come off the bench. He'll just leave it there for Lyons. It's Connor Lyons. Oh, nice pick and roll by Chullen, but he just didn't accept the pass. And it bounces free. Now Whitby going the other way. This is Nick Dachenko. There's Owen Boyle to Steph Dachenko. Boyle gets it back. Tries to get under Sunday. Gets there. Illegal pick on Whitby. Thomas along the boards. Big pick from Rice. There was a stick down, and that gave Simpson a great shooting lane, but stopped again by Lucas Scoot. We're into the final minute. Nice pass to Simpson. Boissonneau all over him. Peterborough wanted a holding call. That's going to be a loose ball push on Whitby, and Peterborough will get possession with 45 to go here in the half. End-to-end action and pretty intense. Woods, all his own, stepped in the crease. So that's no goal. Got Coot going to the far side, brought it back to the near side, but his foot was down before the ball got in. Rice all over Martinell, but he does a nice job fighting it off. Gets it ahead to Duchenko. 27 on the shot on the game clock. It's been a 7-second difference. Penalty coming out to Peterborough. Coot is heading to the bench for the extra attacker. 6 to shoot. Hannah fires one sidearm. They'll get it back, and they have 10 seconds left with the 6-on-5, and that pass somehow got through to Hannah. And play is going to be called down with 5.9 seconds to go in the half. A 6-5 Whitby lead. They'll be on the power play, and they take a timeout. Gavin Prout wants to draw something up. That's quite a half. So it's a 6-on-4 for Whitby with 5 seconds to go. They get it to the man in the crease. There's a chance they score with 1.4 seconds left. I believe that was I'll have to wait on that one. So 1.4 seconds to go. Be a perfunctory face-off. And we will go to the halftime break with the score. Whitby 7, Peterborough 5. What a half. Stick with us for more Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network.
I don't know, but she doesn't like me. It's on the game sheet, though. Its name's on the game sheet.
Boissonneau takes the ball as Whitby sets up again, 7-5, leading as we start the third quarter. Thanks to that goal with 1.5 seconds left. Here's Hannah handing it off to Duchenko. He rips one and finds 5-hole, 8-5, Whitby. They finish the second quarter with a late goal and start the third quarter with an early one. 34 seconds in, making it 8-5. Boissonneau and Chullen. Ooh, that's a well-contested clamp, but Boissonneau eventually rips it out, comes away, lobs it ahead to Peroni.
Whitby goal scored by number 20, Stefan Diachenko. Assist on the play to number 4, Tristan Hanna, and number 23, Jan.
Hard sidearm rip, but it's blocked by Hendricks. Comes straight back out to Hanrahan, who's stopped. Here comes John Croak on the run. Hands it off to Woods. He's somehow still hanging on to that ball. Now it pops out. And the triple team for Whitby. Heavy defensive pressure, gets the ball back, and they go into the offensive zone. Peroni to Duchenko. Duchenko just kind of hanging on to it and getting the shot off. It's off Johnson. That'll be a fresh 30 as Dan Mickle. Oh, no, it's Peterborough has it. I thought Mickle had it, but the Timbermen did. And there's the pass to Rice, who's going to run by his man. There's some nice support there from Ethan's shot. That was number 44 shot. Cutting down behind. Rice saw it, wasn't there. They move it to the far side. Woods is stripped by Farthing and then grabs onto the stick. Woods had lost his stick, so he figured he'd just hang on to Farthing's. Whitby comes the other way. Fifth forward just coming out for the Steelhawks. It's Hanrahan, but it's the rip from the outside by Mickle, who is flattened by Casey Swamp. That was a big hit. Bador running across center. Gets down along the boards. It pops away, but Connor Sunday comes up with it. Jeffroy gets a little pick from Bador. Bador on the roll. Oh, nice toe drag to get through. What a goal by Carter Bador going around Joe Wasson. And Bador gets rewarded for the hard work setting the pick as he drives his way in to close the gap a bit for the Timbermen. 12:36 to go in the third. 8-6 the score. Tristan Hanna sweeps in. Gets the loose ball once again off the faceoff and goes for a trot. Hanna trying to get underneath Bingley. Good job retreating to the crease by Bingley to take away the lane. Hanna. The catch made on the run there by Boyle and gets a shot off. Rice gives it off. Hartley looking for the cutter. Woods isn't there. Tries to get into Peroni, but he does a nice job of taking that angle away. That pass doesn't connect. And Coote swallows up the loose ball. Peroni under some pressure from Thomas, but makes the easy pass ahead to Edwards. Edwards hands it off and sprints to the bench, full speed. Penalty coming to Captain Stephen Borden. Oh, and play is blown down. Yeah, Peterborough does get possession. The Whitby player still down on the floor in the corner. Now he hops up. Haven't seen the indication of what the penalty was. Here we go. So it's a high stick for 5 minutes. That's what I was wondering. So big chance for Whitby to add to this 8-6 lead. The major starting with 11:21 to go in the third. Strong right again for Whitby. With Hanna up top, that's Boyd, and then Duchenko down low. Off to Boyle. That pass doesn't connect, but Duchenko tracks it down. Mickle's down in the corner waiting for a pass. Going to take a couple to get it to him. Oh, they're going to come back this side to Boyd, who scores. Good decision. Boyd bounces one far side. He has really come on this season. As I mentioned earlier, leading the team, came into the game with 8 goals and 16 assists for 24 points. And he is adding to those totals here today. 9-6, 21 seconds into the major, so Whitby has another they can score on this man advantage. Ball pops straight up in the air. Eventually it's Bingley coming away with it. Double team pressure on him. And Whitby will come away with it. They're still digging underneath Bingley, who don't realize, wait, is the ball not up at the top? It is. Mark Farthing has it at center, as 3 players are still fighting for it along the boards about 15 meters away. Quick passing by Whitby around the perimeter, and Mickle has a lane, gets it through. Hanna almost came up with the loose ball. Looks like it's going to be Lions, though. Sorry, Connor Sunday. Swim, gets through, but he's in trouble. Fights to get it back. And then swooping in is Jeff Roy to get that loose ball. Good effort by Sunday. And Jeff Roy went to the net, gets the shot off, but Coote with the stop. Lucas Coote has been sharp. Little shoulder fake, comes back to Boyd. Hard rip by Hanrahan. It's up off Johnson and out of play. Oh, did not touch the goalie. Just went straight up and out. So that will be Peterborough possession. Brian Rice into the offensive zone. Still 3:05 to go in the major. One more goal that Whitby can score on it. Big pick from Thomas. Rice hits the cutter. Oh, Connor Lyons had a lane to the net. It just skipped off the throat of the stick. Hartley strips Boissonneau, but Peroni is there to pick it up. He gets stripped. Now penalty coming. So Fred Hartley. So on the back check, Hartley gets called for the hold, and that is presenting a glorious opportunity to Whitby to continue extending this lead. So if there's another goal, because one goal is already on the major, another goal here would go against the major and wipe that one out. And then they would be able to send a player out, but the other penalty would go into effect, would stay in effect. Hard rip from the outside by Goodchild. Oh, and it rolls in. Now, the refs are going to get together. They're going to call interference on Boyd, on Trent Boyd, on that scrum around the crease. So 8:45 to play. 1:45 on the minor to Hartley. 2:25 on the major to Borden. And now 2 minutes on the minor to Boyd. So we're 3-on-4. Skylar Thomas watched like a hawk by Adam Peroni, and Mark Farthing just staying back in that safety role. Thomas, little sidearm shot. And they call a loose ball push on against Thomas. That's going to give the ball back to the Timbermen. Thomas gets it back. Peroni on him again. Farthing just offering support. Lots of communication. Simpson trying to bull his way through. Shot. Farthing just kind of grabs onto it, and a crease call on Simpson. Simpson, who will on occasion just decide he is going to the net come hell or high water. Didn't quite get there successfully that time. Hanrahan, hard rip pass up to Hannah. Hannah gets it back. Still 4-on-3. Runs around the crowd. Gets a shot that's stopped by Johnson. A fresh 30 for Whitby. Johnson comes away with that one. Outlet pass to Hendricks. He has to triple clutch at it. Connor Sunday taking his time. 13 on the shot clock, 20 on the first Peterborough penalty. Shot by Hendricks, turned aside by Coote. That'd be a fresh 30 if they can get it. But it is corralled there by Ursu. Oh, sorry, by Joe Wasson. And Whitby, we're back to even strength. Now, Whitby in 10 seconds will go back to the power play just for 25 seconds. That's the end of the major. Hannah up top for 5-on-4. If you're wondering why there were already 5 players up in the zone, Whitby had sent another forward out with the goalie pulled, and then once the penalty expired, the goalie was able to go to the bench as the player popped out of the penalty box, just to give him the maximum time on the man advantage. Here's Woods. He's going to be able to kill the final few seconds here, and we are back to even strength with 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Woods fights through everybody. All 5 Steelhawks are around him, and he still comes away with the ball and gets a shot off. We got something going on behind the play. Martinell and Jeffroy. Martinell's been getting under the skin of Timbermen players tonight. Owen Boyle under all kinds of pressure from Todd Chapman. Right up near center. Peroni has a lane open up. The shot is off a Peterborough player. It's going to be possession for Whitby and a fresh 30. Boyle wants to rip. He lets it go. You can see before the ball even got there, he was ready to shoot. He'll track down this loose ball. It's a fresh 30 for the Steelhawks. Gets through the double team. Here comes Beatty again. He's going to give it up to Duchenko. Peroni backed onto the crease with his right foot. Now he'll give the ball over to the Timbermen. Fred Hartley across the restraining line, gets a pick from Thomas. Another pick from Thomas, and Hartley's just going to let it rip right into the chest protector of Coote. And Boissonneau on the run, sees Bingley coming off the bench. Nice move, but a save by Johnson. Terrific play by Boissonneau. He's a second-round pick of the New York Riptide a couple years ago. Early second round. I know he was a lot of interest in him. The size was an issue, but boy, you can see that his size does not impede him from being a hugely effective player. And here's Boissonneau again on cue with Nick Duchenko. Passes it to Duchenko, who steps around behind the back, misses, comes back to him. He's got possession. They're down to 16 on the shot clock. He's going for the dunk attempt. That's not going to work. And it will be Peterborough possession. Borden is out after his major had expired. Throws it ahead to Zach Thompson. Fred Hartley's the 5th attacker coming out. He's going to get the ball. No, they're going to go to Connor Sunday. It's Connor Lyons. Chullen tried to pick it up at the double team, knocked it free, and here's Woods. Nice move to get underneath on the spin. Out to Hartley. 3 to shoot. Sidearm by Woods is wide, and it'll be snagged there by Ethan Schott. There's a penalty away from the play. So it looks like we're going to the officials' timeout with it 9-6. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Mark Farthing going to the box for a slash. The Whitby coaching staff suggesting that maybe he was returning fire after having received a slash himself, but he is the one who gets caught on the retaliation. Is so often the way. Alterna Savings and the ALL are excited to promote the second annual National Lacrosse League Alterna Cup competition this season. Canadian teams are competing in head-to-head matchups to capture the cup and be crowned the top Canadian team in the NLL. Check out NLL.com and alterna.ca for up-to-date standings and schedules. So the Timbermen to the power play, trailing 9-6. Hoping to work their way back into this one and avoid a third straight loss after the 4 wins to open the season. Rice backpedaling, gets to Woods, who steps into the middle. Nice screen by Thomas. Skylar Thomas is playing a gritty game out there for the Timbermen. But the shot was wide, and Boissonneau, speaking of grit, gets into the offensive zone, changes direction. Hartley all over him. And Boissonneau just kind of lobs it over. Nice job leading Trent Boyd. Boyd trying to duck underneath. Just about stepped in the crease, but apparently managed to avoid it and rolls it into the corner. That actually led to a shot and almost a fresh 30. Boyd just rolled it to kill the last few seconds, and Ethan Schott swooped in, grabbed the ball, got a shot off. Just under a minute left in the Peterborough power play. They're very methodical on this man-up situation. There's Rice. Rips a shot, stopped. Hartley tried to grab it. It's going to be Thomas, though, that comes up with it in a fresh 30. Simpson back to Thomas. Cam Simpson up to Woods. There's some movement. Woods picked up by Hamley. Rice has Peroni all over him. It looks like it's going to be Whitby. Oh, no, it's grabbed by Rice. What a job to snag that and create a 3-on-3, 4-on-3. Simpson to the cutter. Woods, oh, just wide. Gets up and hits the ceiling. And that should do it for the penalty. 13 seconds left as Boissonneau just sprints into the offensive zone. Now watch, you got Brian Rice on you, but he does wind up turning the ball over. And here's Rice. Thought about lobbing it ahead. Chulin throws the ball away, and Dichenko gets it. Jeffroy tracking him down. He tried to go backdoor to Mickle, doesn't connect. Hendricks comes away with it. Hendricks racing into the offensive zone, hands it off to Jeffroy. Simpson. Thomas shot right in the middle of Lucas Coote. He thought about the long pass, wasn't there. So smartly goes short to Edwards, who hands it off. Boyle with the give, then the go. Didn't get the ball back, though. Now Boyle gets it after it's worked its way around the horn. Comes up to Hannah. Great job by Jeffroy to win that battle and create a chance. Drives to the net. The shot is stopped, though. Now Whitby's going to push it the other way. Joe Wasson comes up with it. Wasson's going to stay up and join the offense with Boyd after giving it to him. Back pass behind the net doesn't connect. We're into the final 25 seconds. That'll be an over and back. And speaking of over and back, just a clarification on the play earlier when Adam Peroni was tracking down the over and back and kind of waiting, expecting a whistle. Actually, Russ made the right call. There's no play because he was the lead guy. So Peroni could just pick it up and go ahead and play, and over and back would not come into effect. It'd only be if the defender got in the way. So the call was correct, and then once he did go pick it up, the play was contested. There's a shot with 10 seconds to go by Lyons, stopped by Coote. Once it was contested, then it becomes an over and back, and Whitby does have to go to the corner to start. So it was actually the correct call, and Peroni could have just picked it up and gone on a breakaway. He's got the ball now, and he'll rip one from outside, just wide. Another shot by Mickle, just at the buzzer. Doesn't go, and it's 9-6 Whitby over Peterborough through 45 minutes of action. It's the ALL on JVI Sports Network. 6 Whitby so far. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. Chulin and Boissonneau once again. And Chapman is the one racing in to get that loose ball. It goes back to Bingley. Nice catch by Connor Sunday. He hits the cutting Zach Thompson. And here comes Whitby the other way. They had a man Boyd down the floor, but pass didn't quite connect. Now he cuts around behind the net. Steph Dichenko over to Tyler Goodchild. Mickle finds Boyle. Sunday on him. He's on his offside. The save by Johnson. Another fresh 30 for Whitby as Steftichenko gets the ball. You can hear the calls of use it from the bench. There's Boyd cutting. They go to the man behind him, and it's Boyle. Boy, it's a perpetual motion machine for the Whitby offense out there. They are moving their feet, creating opportunities. Hendricks, lob pass across to Skylar Thomas. Thomas had to climb the ladder to get that one. Now he gets the easier pass and goes back to Hartley. Cuts through the middle. Little pick as he comes back out. There's Woods. Good child back there on D. Gets a little help, and then Coop makes the save. Coop, who's been sharp tonight. Just 6 goals allowed so far. Ursu sprints by his man Beatty, but the ball popped loose. He's having to chase it down into the corner. Ursu does get it back, but rolls it right into the stick of Todd Chapman. Chapman wants to shoot, gets it off, saw the defender coming, was a little rushed on the shot, not able to get it where he wanted. Whitby goes back the other direction. Here's Hamley, and somebody's going after Chapman. Behind the play, it was Adam Peroni. Oh, Peroni's trying to get his stick. Now Chapman comes up after him. Looks like they're both going to go. Looks like just roughing both ways. So we'll stay at 5-on-5. Chapman and Peroni will have to sit out 2 minutes, and then at the next non-technical stoppage, they will get out. So we stay 5-on-5. Mickle starts with and goes to Tristan Hanna. Casey Swamp on Hanna as he spins off. Now it's Hendricks picking him up. Had Boyle for a moment, but he's not happy with any of his options, so he goes to Mickle eventually. Bragg on him, and Mickle tries to go far side, or fakes far side, goes near side, but Johnson hugs the post. Here comes Hendricks the other way. Skylar Thomas steps into the open space again. Coot with the save, makes the short pass. Shot gets it ahead to Farthing. Backdoor, maybe a little high for Boyd. Tried to go up and get it. He does eventually come down with the ball. He's 2-on-5, and now the other 3 Whitby forwards get out. Goodchild drops it, and John Croak comes away with it. Looking up the floor, lob pass. Sunday has a man. Oh, he had Brian Rice toward the net, but probably a wise decision not to pass it. Not sure the lane was there. He was thinking about it. Here's Hartley duck underneath. Shoulder save. Tripping call coming on Connor Lyons as a pair of Timbermen tried to check the Whitby player. As he came down on the stick, may have gotten under the foot or the leg. So with a 9-6 lead and 11:50 to play in the fourth, Whitby back to the man advantage. So it's Hendricks and Lyons up top on the penalty kill. Bragg down low along with I think it's, oh no, Lyons is low, and another penalty coming. Oh, that's going to be an over and back. It's too high for Boyle. So it's an illegal cross check to Brad Lyons. And the Timbermen will leave Hendricks, Carter Badur, and Justin Bragg out there to kill the 5-on-3. Ethan shot the safety valve up top for the Steelhawks. It'll be Boyd and Hanrahan, the righties. And here is Boyle and Mickle down low. They Trading passes back and forth. That pass gets away. Shot races in. Hendricks trying to get loose, but it's snagged by Boyle. It's a 3-on-2 going this way. Behind the back pass, a little erratic. And Cole Hanrahan banks one in off of Will Johnson.
He's put a show on for me, but I want you to get his name. Usually pretty good. That's just kind of bit.
So Hanrahan, that would be 4. The diving goal, the behind the back. Yeah, that's 4 for Hanrahan. We're having a debate here in the crowd. Hannah fighting off the check from Zach Thompson and retains possession. So a minute 13 left still on the power play on the 5-on-4 for Whitby. It's 10-6. Hannah behind the back to Jachenko. Goodchild's up top, gets it. Quick release on that backdoor attempt by Boyd, but it's stopped by Johnson coming across the crease. Here's Mikhail Chellin. Up to Zach Thompson. Peterborough's taking their time. They've already got a couple of players have changed. Simpson going to the net. Ball pops loose. And Whitby's got it. Boissonneau ahead to shot. 25 left on the power play, so Whitby plenty of time to set up. And Hannah once again at the top. Boyd over to Boyle. Tachenko feeds it right on top of the crease to Boyd, who shoots as he spins. Beautiful touch pass and a beautiful touch shot for the power play goal to make it 11-6 Whitby. 9:39 to go here in the fourth. Peterborough comes away with it, and a penalty coming to Whitby now as Chapman is taken down. So Bingley with the ball, the goalie going to the net, and Bingley's going to decide to dive and take a shot. Bingley will get some pats on the back for coming up with the ball and holding on to it, and maybe a quick note to throw that out to the power play and let them set up. Rice at the top of the power play once again. Farthing and Boissonneau at the top for Whitby on the penalty kill. Shot and Hamley down low. Woods with a lane, but it goes straight into the chest protector of Coote. And he is going to rip this one, but it is picked off by Rice. That's a 3-on-1. Rice comes in, misses the net. Glorious chance for Peterborough shorthanded, on the power play. Unable to take advantage of it. Brad Lyons up on Mark Farthing. Now Lyons will go pick up Nick Tachenko. He tries to kill some more time. 15 left on the shot clock. Goodchild under no pressure. He'll just take his time. They're going to throw that down into the corner where Boyd will just drop it. And the Timbermen come the other way with a minute to work with on their power play. They trail 11-6 with 8:18 to go in the fourth. Oh, hard rip by Thomas. Comes ricocheting back to him off the crossbar. Hartley goes up to Rice. There's a backdoor attempt. Thomas stopped again. That'll roll all the way up to Rice. Brian Rice, who is a relatively recent guest on Lacrosse Link. Make sure you check out Lacrosse Link every week. It's your link to all things lacrosse. And check it out on YouTube or on Lax Sports Network. Rice is flattened in the crease. Whitby comes away with it. Boissonneau wide open, gets the pass. Gets a shot off. Great trail check effort by Skylar Thomas to affect the shot by Boissonneau. Whitby will come back up with it. Farthing throws it down to Hannah. The penalty's over, and we're into the final half of the fourth quarter. We've passed the 7:30 mark. Hannah surveying. Just waiting for everyone to get out there. Goodchild and Hannah cutting in parallel routes to the net. Goes to Hannah, and they're going to say he went through the crease and then played the ball. And that will be Peterborough possession and the officials' timeout. Circle K and the Froster Active Kids program are proud sponsors of the Arena Lacrosse League and its Junior All program. You can purchase a Froster at your nearest Circle K store. Thank you, Foster Active Kids. Froster Active Kids. Aaron Woods opens with possession as we're underway in the final home stretch of the fourth quarter here. It's 11-6 Whitby, 7 minutes to play. It's a shot from the outside. It's wide. Woods is going to try and get there before it gets over center, and he will. They've got 15 left on the shot clock. Rice to Thomas. Peterborough just not clicking offensively. We mentioned they've averaged 15 goals a game this season, but another illegal pick is going to turn the ball over, and we'll have a delay of game on Woods. And he's not happy, and I get it, but you just can't do that. It's just the rule. So Whitby with an 11-6 lead goes to the power play with 6:43 to go. And Boyle will start with it up at the top. It's like Badur and Hendricks at the top, Lyons and Bragg at the bottom for the penalty kill. Strong left, Goodchild, and then Mickle down on the crease are the lefties. There's the righty Boyd. Down to Hanrahan in the corner. He tries to get to Mickle, can't connect. And it'll be grabbed by Badur, who's knocked down. Penalty coming to Whitby. As Badur was tripped up, that pass gets away and play will be blown down. Oh, it's a slashing call. So that'll make it 4-on-4 for minute 29. Then there'll be a 31-second Timberman penalty at the end of it. Hartley pulls it down. Boissonneau just shoves him out, loses his balance, but pops back up. Big pick by Rice to just clears a lane, but the shot from Hartley is wide, and here comes Peroni the other way. He's got Duchenko coming off the bench. Oh, he shoots, and that almost found a home. Bragg sprinting into the offensive zone. He's got a man off the bench, gets it to Jeff Roy, who's going to turn back out. Still 4-on-4 for another 50 seconds. 17 on the shot clock. Jeff Roy Farthing on him. Oh, nice job by Farthing to affect that shot, and Coot knocks the shot away. But Peterborough gets it back. Connor Lyons ducks underneath, gets past Edwards and gets the shot off, but Coot stops it. Doesn't know where it is. It's rolling around. He finds it and traps it against his foot. And now Farthing sprints into the offensive zone. It's Dachenko coming off the bench. Hamley. Hannah will fake it there. They're onto him, so he ends the loose ball trick and just passes it around. Here's Mickle on the give and go, or the pick and roll to Goodchild. Little outlet pass to Chapman. At least 6 players on the floor there for Peterborough as they were changing. So they are on the power play now. One was the defender, or the player coming out of the penalty box, and they had some guys changing. There were a ton of them, but that backdoor pass to Simpson misses. Woods up top to Rice. Nice behind the back. Thomas, his shot was blocked. There's only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Woods will get one. He does get it on target, but Coot takes everything away and stops that one. Here's Ethan's shot. Racing it over center. Makes it just in time. Red jerseys all over. The ball pops loose, and the Timbermen will get it. Nice job by Hartley to stay on side, but had to just kind of fling the ball into the corner. Now Whitby's got it. Things getting a little crazy here. That pass gets away from Boyle. Brian Rice gets it. He's dancing around the center line. Hits the cutter. Oh, and Jeff Roy couldn't handle the pass. Zip it in from the bench. We're back to even strength. 3:40 to go. Still 11-6 Whitby. Chullen scores. Lovely little two-man game by Aaron Woods and Mikhail Chullen. Chullen finishes it off to make it 11-7 with 3:35 to go here in regulation time. So just to recap, both teams coming in tonight, allowing about 14 goals a game. 14.0 for Peterborough, 13.7 for Whitby. The goals for Whitby's averaging 11.7. They have 11 so far, so they're right on track. It's Peterborough well shy of the 15.2 that they average that has them in trouble tonight. Give a lot of credit for that to Lucas Coot. I'd give a lot to Matt Boissonneau and the defense as well. Ball pops loose. Nice job by Zach Thompson. He's looking for somebody off the bench. There's nothing there, so he's just going to make a nice little sidestep move to get over center. Bingley passes it off and stays out for an offensive shift, setting some picks. Lyons hands it off. That'll be an illegal pick called on the Timbermen, and Whitby gets the ball back. Under 3 minutes to play. It's a 4-goal difference. Lions pressure way up by center on Hamley. Stepping back, and the pass off to Tristan Hanna. Hanna thought about going to the cutting Mickle. Now tries to hit Boyle. He can't catch it. It's going to be Boyd who just sees there's only a few seconds left and swats it into the corner, where it's grabbed in the dunk attempt by Boyle, who goes and gets the ball back, but he had landed in the crease, so an obvious crease violation. He knows it, just leaves it there. 2:22 to go. Still 11-7 Whitby. Ursu's pressure causes a difficult pass, but the Timbermen do get it. Simpson can't pick it up. Now he grabs it with one hand. Martinell all over him. Shot comes for the double team. Simpson's going to try and shovel the ball out on the pass to Woods. It does eventually get there. Pulls near post, but just missed. Is that an over and back? Yes. Didn't touch anybody. So Brian Rice will go back to provide some defensive presence. Nobody's going to get it for Whitby. Play could actually be blown in at this point. But they will wait, and Tristan Hanna will head over and get it. Terrific game for Hanna. He's going to get the ball from, nope, Dachenko actually gave it there to Boyd. That pass skips away from Boyle, and then Borden just kind of, as he's spinning, taps it ahead. Boy, nobody can control this ball. Finally, Borden gets it. Passes out to the middle, and nobody goes to get it. It was almost a breakaway. It will be a break now if they can get it to him. Dan Mickle And he throws it behind Boyle. Wow, that is a fast but sloppy stretch of lacrosse. And now Whitby will temper things with 1:11 to go and 11 on the shot clock. Tristan Hanna is just taking his time. Mickle's already going for a change. So is Dachenko. So is Boyle. There's a shot. There's nobody there to get the rebound. That does not matter for Whitby, who are up by 4 with a minute to play. Hendricks goes to the boards to Hartley. He's going to let it fly. That one's blocked out front. Never does get through to Coote. Battle for it, and it's Hartley coming up. That's a hard rip, but it's wide. It comes all the way out to Aaron Woods. Just 5-4 on the shot clock. Lions misses from about 6 inches off the crease. Oh, what a save! Lucas Coote throws the glove up, and now he's grabbing it with his bare hand because he threw his stick and glove at that shot. They say spectacular saves are made out of desperation positioning, but I'm not sure Lucas Coote had much other option there. And what a play by Lucas Coote. And 5 seconds to go. Farthing rolls it into the corner, gives Zach Thompson a little tap. And time will run out on the Peterborough Timbermen. The Whitby Steelhawks will come away with an 11-7 win. Thanks for being with us, everyone. I am Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action on JVI Sports Network. Peterborough is 4-3. Whitby is 3-4. Lots more action to come this weekend.